Are you tired of not feeling like you're that bitch? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to the podcast, That Bitch Energy, where we're all about tuning in to your highest self and growing presence, awareness, and consciousness while keeping it all fun, relatable, and grounded. Let's get into this next episode and embody that bitch energy from within.
Ain't nobody seen a bitch like me. I'ma come up on ya. Ain't nobody warned ya about a bitch like this. Tuned into my power. Juicy is my hour.
Welcome back to another episode of That Bitch Energy, the podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am your host, Bianca, and I'm so excited to get into this next episode with you. This episode is going to be pretty much what's been on my mind all this week and month. It's all about what is being an artist. What does that truly mean? And so let's dive into it. So I know when I have guests on the show, I love to ask them what makes them feel most in tune with their that bitch energy. And I don't recall if I've answered that for you guys on my end. What I think for me right now is what feels most in tune with my that bitch energy, aka the highest self. Right now for me, what makes me feel most in tune with my highest self, my that bitch energy, that bitch, is when I'm in my creativity, when I'm embodying the artist in me. And it's a practice. It is a practice. I didn't always say I'm an artist. I didn't always say I'm a musician. I didn't always say I'm a creator, but I am. I always have been. I have memories of creating content from when I was like 12 or 13 with my friends. I was creating before even that. I was creating by when I was singing along to other people's songs and creating my own versions of it. So I was born a creator, and I believe we all are. I believe we're all creating something from nothing, and it's unique because no one's going to create something the way you are. It might look similar. It might sound similar. It might read similar. It might give the same flavor similarly, but you are the only person that can create the art that comes from you. It's unique to you. And so when I'm creating the unique art that comes from me, I feel most in tune with my that bitch energy. So I was glad to answer that for you guys because I feel like I'm asking everybody else, and I don't know if I've ever answered it for you, but it's going to change throughout my life. But right now, I don't feel like it's going to change from my highest self is being an artist or being in my embodied artist, but it could. Life is ever evolving. And so the main question is, what does it mean to be an artist? What do you think it means? I invite you to think of what an artist is. Sit with it. Allow yourself to dissect it in your own thought process. Sit in it in meditation. And I'm going to give you my opinion, what's showing up for me and what an artist means. An artist can be anybody. An artist can be someone in traffic, figuring out the best route to get to home, to get to their job, to get to their event. You are creating a route in that moment through what seems like a problem, the traffic. You are creating something from nothing when you're doing your makeup every day. When you're writing that email to a client and figuring out the best way to help them with whatever it is they need. Let's say you're someone who sends off orders and somebody is saying, hey, I had a problem with my order. And you are coming up with a solution to that problem. You are creating a solution. To me, that is art. Art doesn't have to be the painting. Art doesn't have to be the song, the musician. Art doesn't have to be the singer. Art doesn't have to be the poet. Art is in everything we're doing. And to me, that's what it means to be an artist, is to recognize, to actually feel that art is all around us. The car you're driving is someone's creation. The bus you're riding, someone created that from nothing. That's magical. Around us is so much magic. Art is what we humans do. We create. We are creators. We are all artists. And I find that to be inspiring, magical, and it really helps me continue to create because it's all around me. It's all around you. It's in the cup that your drink is in. It's in the drink. Whoever, it can be in the food you're eating. Someone created that. Someone put this ingredient with this ingredient, cooked it or baked it or whatever it is that they did to create this special, unique flavor and texture and taste for you. That's art. Art is the person noticing that they can create something from nothing, and art is also in just noticing the art and being inspired by it and creating from that. I think it's that simple. It's all around us, and how are we going to use the art around us to inspire us to create? It's not the person who their job is to create. It's not just that. And that's what just resonated with me. And I've been reading the book, The Creative Act. Such a great book. If you want something to inspire you and help you see the world in an artistic way, to embody the artist in you, it's a good book to read. And there was a part in the book where he talks about self-doubt and how being a perfectionist can kill your art. It also can help it by having a worry or having a concern can actually help make it better too. It's finding that common ground of letting it be human, having imperfections, but also using the worry and the insecurity to keep leveling up that piece of work. But I don't know about you. Have you ever created something where you keep perfecting it and you remember it changes how you see it when you've gone too far? You keep perfecting it. You keep trying to make it better. But then you realize 2 times ago, when it wasn't this quote unquote perfect version, it felt better. You felt the soul in it. You saw the soul in it. You tasted the soul in it. And you realized, I need to go back 2 times. That was where the art was exactly what I was looking for and exactly what I was wanting to create. So I remember him saying something like that in the book. I don't know if I said it word for word, but it's similar in that sense that we can utilize our insecurities, our worries, our self-doubt to level up the art. But we don't want to go too far to where it's lost all its humanness, because the flaws, the scars, the little things that make it human are what make it so unique. That's what makes it so magical. And that's what I've noticed I love, is the art that has that character inside of it, that has that flaw. That's what makes it beautiful. That's what makes it memorable. And that is something I needed to hear. That was something I really wanted to hear and needed to hear, and it was meant for me to be heard when I heard it, because right now I'm creating music and I can tend to not release things until they're perfect or just stop creating them altogether because it's not good enough. And I can utilize those feelings to either take a step back or keep going. I don't have to let it be all or nothing. That's what's going to kill art, is the all or nothing mentality. I also want to talk about, in my own experience, how art lives in the body and comes from another place, comes from the unseen, another realm. I've written songs before that feel so easy. They just come to me. They just show up. It's like the lyrics, it's like I can see them without seeing them. I'm not seeing them with my eyes, but I'm seeing them. They're coming to me with ease. And then all of a sudden, I have a song in 10 minutes. That message was meant to come through me to express to the world. That otherworldly feeling of something coming to me, source coming to me and giving me the message that so needed to be needed to be heard through me, that's a magical feeling. And I think that's something I can tap into, we can tap into as humans, that not everyone is willing to receive. You have to be in a state of mind of, I'm ready to receive, I'm ready to surrender to whatever shows up. And how you can do that is surrendering, letting your body speak to you, being in the moment, being present in the moment, allowing your body to talk to you and to notice what's coming up. It might seem like it's coming from outwards, but I believe the message is coming inwards, in the body, through you, through your body. And so how we can do that is by being present, silencing out the thoughts, the racing thoughts of everyday life, allowing yourself to forget about the to-do list, letting go of it, and really just noticing now, really noticing and witnessing your inner world. And my favorite songs have come out by doing that. I actually didn't even realize I was doing that when I was doing it, because I wasn't aware that that's what was happening. But when I look back and think about when I wrote, I'm just wondering, are you? I was sitting in silence. I was crying, bawling my eyes out for days, laying in my bed, depressed, sad, wondering the words that came through me. And it just flowed. It just finished itself. I started it, but it finished itself. It's like Source was coming to me and saying, this is where this song is going. In that interaction with Source, with self, I believe everyone can get there. Everyone can experience it. It's otherworldly. It's magical. It's beautiful. And it's what inspires me to keep going, to keep creating. And I'm getting emotional thinking about it because it was such a profound moment. It actually helped me heal that pain I was feeling. I felt supported by Source and art, by myself, by allowing myself to feel it and to let it come through me. I was allowed to heal fully with that specific dark night of the soul. I was able to heal. And that has been the most magical thing I can do in my life and share that with others. And this is why I love to coach people on how to embody their artist, how to embody the creator in them, because we are creators, all of us. I think sometimes we just forget. We forget by the conditioning we've been told. We forget by the trauma we've been through because we put up walls to protect ourselves. And then we might be walking through the world in fight or flight and not allowing the surrender, the presence, the consciousness, the awareness. And that's where we can really tap into our true creative, true artist and embody them. When I started to fully embody the artist in me, I realized I was holding myself back from so much. I was holding myself back from my fullest potential. My full potential was being held back by myself, by self-doubt, by self-criticism, by insecurity, by not enough, not worthiness. So not only getting in tune with my body in stillness, but moving through certain emotions. When I started doing that more and more, I started to realize I was holding myself back. In what way? Well, I was relying on people outside of me to finish the songs I had inside of me. They were my downloads. They were unique to me in what I can release to the world, what I can create. So I was relying solely on people outside of me when I realized by doing this work, I have all of it. All the answers lie within me. I can just as much as anybody learn to produce my own music. I can just as much as anyone finish my song. Yes, co-creating is necessary when needed, but why am I holding myself back? Why would I hold myself back when I can create it for myself and I can really let the unique message in art form that comes from me shine through by having my hands more deeply in it? I was co-producing with producers on all of my songs. I've co-produced on every song. I never just showed up and they had a song ready for me. We created it from the ground up together. But what's holding me back from being able to create nothing into a song, even if it's a demo version? What's holding me back from that? The only thing was myself. And because I tapped in, because I got present, because I tapped into and embodied my artist, I realized I had that in me. I am a producer now. I've been producing my own music for 6 months now. I haven't released anything yet, but baby, we are on the way. And I'm so proud of myself for that. I don't think I would have gotten here if it wasn't for me tapping in to presence, awareness, consciousness, and having a practice of going there, because it is a practice. So I'm just so grateful for that practice because now I feel so empowered. And I feel like if I don't share my art with the world, it's a disservice. And same goes for everyone. If you're an artist and you feel it in you to share it, you don't feel like it's going to make you feel unsafe, because I feel like feeling safe first before releasing it is important. And if you feel safety is number one for you, I support you in that. But if you can ground yourself and allow yourself to be criticized, to be judged, for people to hate your work and be okay with that, it is a disservice to not share it. Your art is needed in this world. Every single person's art is needed in this world, because art, like I said in the beginning, is healing. Do you ever watch a movie that really makes you go internal and somehow the movie helped you work through things by the artistry of the whole movie itself? It helped you work through something inside of you or realize something inside of you, or it has inspired you to create. That's healing. And your work, even if it's for one other person, can be the thing that somebody needed to hear, to feel less alone, to feel inspired, to feel seen, to feel heard. And that is what art is about. And that's why I believe we are all artists, because there's a reason we gravitate towards art, whether it be music, movies, shows, food, clothes, makeup, fashion. There's a reason we're drawn to it. It makes us feel something. And feelings are what make us human. Feeling things help us get through those feelings and release them versus hold them in, hide them, bury them, never show them. No, they can't see me create this art piece. They can't see me sing this very vulnerable line that I wrote when I was dark in the dark night of the soul. They can't see me move my body like that as dancers. They can't see me do that. That's too vulnerable. That's where the magic lies. We need your art. This is me talking to myself too. This is source coming through me, telling me things I need to hear, and in hopes that it reaches somebody that needs to hear it too. And I know it will. I feel like if you're listening at this point, you needed to hear this message. You needed to hear it from me specifically. Just like you're going to hear another message from somebody else, you needed to hear from them. You needed to hear their transmutation. You needed to hear their version of that message. This episode is to get you off your little booty, get out of that mind, into the body, into the heart space, and allow your art to come through, to allow the embodiment of the artist within you to come through, to feel embodiment of your inner artist, because you are an artist. Maybe you just forgot. I've forgotten, and I remember. Thank you for listening to That Bitch Energy, the podcast. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Please hit subscribe, follow, so I can keep sharing juicy messages with all of you. Thank you for listening. All right, my loves, that is a wrap for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me here on That Bitch Energy, the podcast. It would mean so much to me if you subscribe, share, like, follow, however it is you want to support so I can keep making these episodes for you, because we're here to raise this planet together. It means the world so that we can reach other baddies just like you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing yourself by listening to the Soul Filling podcast. I'll see you in the next one.
Ain't nobody seen a bitch like me. I'ma come up on ya. Ain't nobody warned ya.